Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Phair, and I'm your Community CIP Editor. This is a summary of my most recent 6-month term in Cardano's CIP, or Cardano Improvement Proposals process, as funded by Catalyst Fund 14, covering the period from June through November 2025. This project has been confined to the Catalyst Open Ecosystem category because it produces no software or hardware directly, while it abundantly satisfies this category's KPIs due to the easily countable educational resources that it produces and its unique role to produce Cardano's only complete set of official standards. Catalyst funding provides for my work as a community editor, meaning I was the first editor not coming from one of Cardano's founding companies or Genesis entities, and for the last 2 years I have been the longest serving editor. Although all CIP editors interact with Cardano developers and other experts who contribute proposals, Catalyst funding has allowed me a time budget to interact daily with this body of expert reviewers, projecting a high level of availability both to these experts and to any public observers. Though this arrangement has again been proposed in Fund 14, it has continued without interruption for over 4 years since I began as an editor in mid-2021. Due to the community interaction made possible by my own role in the process, including on socially oriented media like Discord, as well as on the Cardano forum, CIPs in the ecosystem have now become a familiar concept that any user can inquire about, and that developers in every field can use to help integrate their own contributions into our marketplace and technology stack. Like many other open source efforts, all aspects of the CIP process are visible to the public through GitHub, which any user can interact with, and which generates its own KPIs for any aspect of general performance you might choose to measure, including my own performance, which you can verify here as the CIP process's most prolific contributor and reviewer. Therefore, the last 6 months have again confirmed that the CIP process will always be successful as long as at least one qualified editor with a daily interest in the repository and developer community continues to be involved. While the major project output is, of course, the CIP repository itself, the output of my own work is seen through these work reports for public review as well as educational value. In addition to regular repository maintenance work, these also describe periodic unplanned achievements, such as producing a repository to organize feedback from key ecosystem developers about extensions to the CIP process that might suit more rapid development, proposing editorial guidelines to make long and highly technical proposals more accessible to public decision-making, obtaining better presentation and more flexibility from the developers of the CIP presentation website, cips.cardano.org, and conducting review sessions for the high-profile Laos CIP candidate, bringing together its developers with stake pool operators and the whole CIP review community. For the future, there are 2 final messages about the CIP process as supported by this project. 1, the CIP process will continue regardless of whatever funding sources it may have, but will always benefit from interest and input from people all across the ecosystem, including you. 2, you can stay informed about all CIP activities through the GitHub repository by selecting one of the watch settings when signed in with any GitHub account here at the top of the front page. Thank you, and as these consecutive terms in Catalyst finally conclude, I look forward to continuing to work with all of you to keep making Cardano the best blockchain for community-driven standards.